Greetings, people of the world! Matthew back with you for the continuation of this Minimalist run Let's Play of Final Fantasy X-2. So, it's been quite a long time since I've actually touched this game. It's been 2.5 weeks. In fact, the last time we touched this game, it was still 2013. I uploaded the last episode on New Year's Eve, and I haven't touched it since because I've been focused on finishing my Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess Let's Play, and on top of that, since the New Year has began, I'm back to doing my regular business as usual when I'm not doing this, and we're at one of our busiest times of the year, so that means that I've had to put this game aside for a while, but at least I have an opportunity now to take care of some gameplay here in Final Fantasy X-2 for a while. So I'm glad to be getting back to this. So, last episode we started off with a concert that was supposed to be featuring Yuna, but instead featured a doppelganger and one of our fiercest rivals during the course of this game. And we'll be crossing this person more over the course of this Let's Play. So, we now have to take the opportunity to meet everyone, because if we don't meet everyone and do a specific set of events, we can't continue on with the plot. I've tried tinkering around trying to see if you can shortcut anything, but no, you cannot shortcut anything. So, we're gonna start by talking with Riku, who of course we know best from Final Fantasy X.
Having fun? You bet! It all began when I saw this sphere of you.
She's referred to Titus, by the way.
Like you, I couldn't say for sure. I thought I might find more spheres like it if I joined the Gullwings, so I did. Oh, in case you're wondering, the Gullwings are sphere hunters, and sphere hunters are, well, this.
Yeah, it's quite an elaborate operation.
Fly all over Spira. I'm really enjoying myself.
Glad to hear it. For a while there, I was starting to feel like a kid.
Don't be silly.
Yeah, you can't kidnap your best friend. Can you? Discussion for another time, I suppose.
Yuna, has my talking gotten better?
He really has improved quite a bit. He told me that he practiced, just so that he could talk with me more.
Yes, and of course, in this game, just like in Final Fantasy X, you can also learn the Albed language, and you can pick up various primers in various locations, primarily, as it says here, in the Beaconell Desert. But I don't think there are any quests that are absolutely necessary in the Beaconell Desert. Actually, I think there may be, but as far as I know, there are none that are absolutely necessary for a Minimalist run. So I don't think we'll be going there. We may have to, but we'll see what happens. So, but by just talking to Brother, we get 3 Albed primers. We get 21, 19, and 3. And if we talk to his friend...
Still analyzing.
Yeah, I call them friends, but yeah, they're at each other's throats quite a bit in this game.
Airship with us 2 years ago. When I told him I didn't remember, he seemed disappointed.
But from Buddy, we do get another Albed primer, number 17. Alright, so now let's talk to Pain.
This is Pain. I look up to her as a sphere hunter, and also as a friend. I still don't know her very well. She's not exactly the talkative type.
Well, she is dressed like a punk.
Gullwings shortly before I did. Riku doesn't know much about her either.
What now?
Nothing.
Well, yeah, I just wanted to come over and say hello, that's all. So now we want to talk to Shinra, who for some reason... I thought we killed you in Final Fantasy VII.
I know everything.
Shinra's an Albed. He's a real whiz kid.
Yeah, there are 2 things we absolutely have to do here with Shinra. I tried skipping these and there's no way you can skip them in order to get a Minimalist run percentage. So we have to use the garment grid tutorial here. So basically all you're going to do over the course of the game is if you ever need to use a new garment grid or change on a garment grid, all you're going to do is what we showed off in the first battle against Leblanc. You're going to use L1 to change from one dress sphere to another if you have to. It's not an absolute necessity to change dress spheres constantly throughout battle. In fact, it rarely ever happens. But as they're demonstrating here, you can rearrange just spheres if you have to make them more optimal for you. And also, as well, you can just place them automatically. Most garment grids will usually feature 5 slots. The first steps garment grid, as you can see, will feature 6. And whenever you change garment grid, you have to automatically choose a new dress sphere. So by doing this tutorial, we get the Vanguard garment grid. And then we have to talk to him again and access the treasure sphere. And this particular treasure sphere, there are quite a number of these over the course of this game, as you can see. The one we want to look at is, of course, the only one we have, which is Journey Start. This Journey Start sphere set Yuna on her path as a sphere hunter. The date and details of this recording are unknown. So let's play this sphere. So what will we see when we have a look at it? Well, we see someone in jail.
I haven't done anything wrong. I know you're listening. If she was your girl, what would you do?
Sounds like Titus.
Blame me for trying
Kind of has his hairstyle, but the clothes are different. The clothes are darker. Maybe it's probably because of the fact that those dark clothes are like prison garb.
Let me out.
Yeah, he really wants to get out of there.
I want to see her.
And it's quite a depression he's run into. So now that we've done that, we can finally move on and leave the cockpit area. So once you've... Come on, Yuna, get on the stairs. So once you've taken care of all of that, you can now move on. And we want to head now... Before we go to the cabin, which is our next destination officially, we want to go to the engine room. This game is split up into 5 chapters, and every time you start a new chapter, you can come down here to the engine room, and there are a set of treasure chests down here. Every time you come down to the engine room in a new chapter, the treasure chest will reset, and you'll get a new set of different items that you can collect. So in this instance, for chapter 1, we can get 3 remedies. Over here, we can obtain an ether, and then down at the far end, 4 phoenix downs. And finally, 4 potions. So now that we have all those, and by the way, there's nothing down here, it's just a dead end. Nothing significant at all down there. So we're now gonna head back to the elevator. And now we're gonna go where we want to go, which is to the cabin. Because you have to come here in order to advance. So let's make our way into the cabin. And talk to this Hypello.
Yuna, what can I do for you?
Our barkeep's a Hypello. No one knows his real name, so everyone just calls him Barkeep.
You never bothered to ask what his
And
name
how he
is?
works aboard the airship.
So you can do 2 things here. As demonstrated, you can buy stuff from him. Basic healing items, potions, phoenix downs, and status recoveries like antidotes, eye drops, echo screens, soft, and holy water. And there are also some various accessories you can buy, but as you can see, they're very expensive. We don't have the money for that stuff. Plus, on top of that, they're not all necessarily important. Alright, so... You're welcome, but that's not why I'm really here. I want to rest. Only by talking to everyone, taking the garment grid tutorial, looking at the Journey Start Just sphere, only by doing... After you only do all that stuff, can you now officially take a rest. And then once you have accomplished that, come on, Yuna, we can now move on with the story. And you'll know that you've done everything right, because once you leave the cabin, we should see... there it is! Yeah, you're a little slow on the draw there, brother. Yeah, you're supposed to say that before I reach the elevator, not while I'm on it. But nonetheless, we can move on. And so let's go over where everyone is getting together.
Treasure sphere waves.
They're coming from those ruins they found at Gaga's.
All right.
So we've got our first official destination, Mount Gagazet. So, we got a sphere hunt. We're getting sphere waves from the top of sacred Mount Gagazet. Go get that treasure sphere, Gullwings. So if you're ready, let's go!
Sacred Mount Gagazet, silent guardian of Xanarkand, city of the dead. When the faith disappeared, the clouds enshrouding the mountain began to thin and disperse, revealing long-forgotten ruins among its peaks.
And so yeah, we're going
Hey,
to...
the rocks are floating!
Yeah, the rocks are floating apparently. Yeah, we've arrived at Pandora apparently.
I'll take you to the top.
So yeah, we're going to get close to the top, but not actually there, because we're going to do a dramatic landing. Riku can't land on her own feet, apparently. Yeah, Riku's not a cat, that's for sure. Now, ladies, whatever you do, don't look down. You know, what did I just say?
Yuna!
Yeah, save her before she falls off! This is not a good start here.
What's your status?
Disasterific.
Disasterific is not a word. Say disastrous, like the rest of Spira.
Oh, come on, brother. She's just getting her Stephen Colbert on.
Riku, come in.
And, wow, these girls are really having a hard time trying to pull up Yuna. I mean, come on. It's just two of you and one of her. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Yeah, that was rather scary. Well, at least we can move on now.
Thanks. That was a little close.
Yeah, too close.
A little?
Come in.
We're here. Everything's fine now.
Now, keep an eye on Riku.
Oh, we will. Don't worry. We've got your back, brother. Alright, so they're going to run off to where the next path is. We're going to join them, but we're going to take a quick timeout first before we do that. So, be back in a moment, and we will begin our ascent up Mount Gagazet.